good, gamers? Bloodelf 941 here, and today we're going to be doing something that I started doing last year, around this time of year. It is the top 5 games of the year, this time for 2025, obviously. This is not a top 5 games that have come out this year. I'm not doing any game of the year, like genuine shit like that. This is the top 5 games that I have been playing or played this year. Destiny is disallowed from this, as it'd just be the default answer by virtue of hours spent playing, as would Mainscape, RuneScape 3, just because I spent so much time playing those video games and I'm going to play them until I die. So this is specifically the games that I played this year that I had the most fun with, that impacted me the most, that are taking up the most of my time. I have not played Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I would like to, but I have not gotten around to it, and I'm a pretentious dickhead who doesn't want to play the normie game unless I was into it prior to its popularity. I will someday, probably next year, or maybe during the week and a half off we get for the holidays at the end of the year, maybe, I don't know. Then again, same with Dispatch, and can't play 2 games at the same time, especially games that are like story focused. So who knows? But you know, I haven't played the 2 big ones I know people are talking a lot about this year. That's why they're not on the list. All right, without further ado, let's do this.
Entering zero gravity.
This year, I had a couple things planned that ended up falling through, video-wise, but one of them was a highly edited, flawless plasma cutter run of the Dead Space remake on Impossible that I was going to post on Halloween. Obviously, it didn't work out, but in attempting to do so, I ended up playing through the remake again, and man, am I still blown away by how fucking good and faithful this is. The original game does still hold up as a creepy nightmare hellfuck in space experience, but it never got as literally dark as the remake does. Like, pure, genuine black that forces you to rely on the flashlight, not just muddy, foggy, brown, obscuring further away models, which in its own right is terrifying, but just the way that the framing works, oh, it's so fucking cool. Isaac being fully voiced by Gunnar Wright was a fantastic decision, and it really shows off how much of a working class hero Isaac is. Like when his weapons run out of ammo, he starts complaining about the company that he works for that made them. Fucking love this, man. The peeling system. Holy shit, the peeling system. Man, this is nuts. Watching layers of flesh and muscle and skin just getting pulled off of enemies as their body parts take damage was such a... It's grotesque in a way that I just... Oh, man. And this shit's scary as fuck, too. Changing things up when you least expect it with random power surges and outages, noises to fuck with you, and the best framing and perspective tricks I've seen a game pull on the player in a very long time. Specifically, the opening sequence where Chen gets stabbed. Like, if you've played the first game, you know to expect it to come from a certain direction. So you're, like, looking that direction, and then all of a sudden it comes from the right. And, like, that is a cool trick that they pull. And I cannot get over that. It's the little details like that that really elevate this game for me. I do want to do a full video about this and the rest of the franchise one day, but for now, playing this thing again was a fantastic decision, and it's kicking my ass in the best ways. I fucking love this game. Maybe that fully edited video will come out at some point. I probably doubt it. I mean, I'm sitting on about 5 hours of footage right now, and it's just going to be taking up hard drive space forever, like the Dead Space 3 playthrough that me and my sister are doing is, because it's been 4 years since that shit, so anyway, love this game. Borderlands 4 is if Borderlands 3 had much better writing and even better combat, but not anywhere near enough endgame content yet. Huge emphasis on yet, obviously. It's a pure fun ride through the campaign, and has enough interesting pieces of gear and player character abilities to make encounters feel unique enough to stay engaged extensively if you want to play more than one through to the end of the main story. The cracks start to show if you want to engage beyond that, though. There really isn't anything to test your build against, since boss farming is all that matters, and is really being done thanks to the Moxie Encore machines. Consequently, everybody gets funneled into these one-shot Omni builds that don't require much spin-up time or kill skills to work, so what you're seeing if you end up looking for content is like the same 5 or 6 playstyles across all 4 characters. Loot isn't as rare as it should have been, in my opinion, outside of the phosphate hunting, which is very, very rare, but is only cosmetic, no gameplay rarity at all. I still have mixed feelings about going open world, and I don't think I've got the words to really get into that in a not dedicated video as of right now. All that being said, this is immense fun and fast-paced action when it works. The combat is satisfying, and if I'm just looking for something to kill an hour or two and I don't want to do dumb portal shit in Destiny 2, Borderlands 4 is perfect, plus the side missions are really neat. They are adding a bunch of content. The Mercenary Day stuff was a little half-baked, so they gave it out for free, and that's quite nice of them. The horrible Halloween event was a weird decision. I don't know why they thought that was going to be acceptable, but like, remember back when I talked about this game getting pushed forward? Clearly that was not a good idea, because a lot of the content they've put out, like the post-release content, the immediate post-release content, was half-baked and unfinished. Oh boy, I was right again. But all that being said, like I said, this is a really fun video game, and I still think it is worth the purchase if you're into this kind of game. Maybe wait for a sale still, though, because it's going to be a bit before there's real endgame stuff. Takedowns are coming! They should have been there from the start, but takedowns are coming. This piece of shit game has me by the balls, dude. I've lost count of how many nights I've meant to go to bed at 9 p.m., only to accidentally one more turn my way into being 1 a.m. without even realizing it. I've never been one to care about Civ beyond just a passing, oh, sure, I get it, but it's not really for me. And it was never something that I actively, like, sought out. Shout out to Koth for getting the boys from high school together to play on every other Sunday, doing our uncivil Sundays. Because now I'm addicted to crack. I don't even know how to sell it to anybody or talk about it like a normal video game. Like, what? How do I'm not intelligent enough to explain this shit, dude. I'm gonna try, but I'm not smart enough. It's a 4X game, so kind of a city builder / manager, where your goal is to become the dominant civilization on the planet. You can do this through military might, scientific superiority, diplomatic prowess, cultural dominance, religious unity, or just having a higher score than everybody else when the rounds run out because your buddy forgot to turn round limit off when he created the game. Kyle. You play as one of a multitude of civilizations and leaders from history. There's Ramses II, Shaka Zulu, John Curtin, Teddy Roosevelt, Genghis Khan, Frederick Barbarossa, Cleopatra, Teddy Roosevelt, and Cleopatra, among many others. Everybody gets a passive, a unique military unit, and a unique building, and then you just gotta figure it out. Much cooler than I'm making it sound, and the footage I'm using shows, I promise. Plus you can launch nuclear warheads at your friends. How many other games let you do that? Probably a lot. Fucking Worms lets you do that shit, but I promise it's fun. I promise it's fun. I don't know, man. I went to grab footage for this video and lost the next 6 hours of my day. Does that speak for it enough? So I know I said that I wouldn't put RuneScape on this list, but RS3's first league completely changed how I viewed and interacted with the game, and it made it feel all brand fucking new, plus it's my video, so fuck you. Maybe that opinion would be the same if I did like a fresh start world, but honestly I kinda doubt it. Changing the pace, giving you cool shit, shifting how certain combat systems work, and skipping having to do long ass quests to get shit that is, at this point, mandatory to function in endgame content, really let me see all the crazy shit that I've never felt confident enough to check out in Mainscape. Leagues are basically like Diablo or PoE seasons, but in RuneScape, starting from 0, but with increased XP and drop rates, along with powerful relics that boost certain skills or important activities. Your goal is to do certain tasks, basically achievement hunt, and they range from simple shit like bake a cake or kill a rat, all the way to have something growing in every single possible farming patch, or acquire a hatchet of Bloom and Blight. Getting tougher ones done gives more points, and at various point thresholds you get access to the next tier of relic and relic powers. Also, there's cosmetics to spend the points that you get in Mainscape once the Catalyst ends. With the limited time seasonal part, I didn't capture very much footage of actually completing tasks, but I did get a bit of bossing footage, so hopefully that's good enough for what I'm talking about. Background footage is not going to be very readable for this because it's RuneScape 3. RS3 has a bit of a UI problem, and apologies, but this is the best I could do given the time-limited nature of this, and I wasn't entirely sure if I was even going to put this in the video, but it left an impact on me, so it was a lot of fucking fun. I never bothered fighting Telos or the Rex Matriarchs. I essentially ignored all of the Elder God Wars dungeon aside from Arch Glaycore due to not having Soul Split unlocked and thinking the mechanics were a little bit too daunting for me. Now I'm not spooked anymore. Listen to this fucking music, man. How the fuck did I go all this time without even hearing this shit? Fuck me. JGX's audio team is so talented. Plus, it's an Iron Man experience, so there's no trading, and everything you use has to come from your own gameplay. I'm genuinely looking at the game so much differently now that I can't just GE my way to gearing for the content I want to try. Earning each piece and generating a bank full of funny shit like it's Mainscape anyway was very satisfying. I'm also going to be that guy that goes to bat for FOMO as well because I'm a shithead. The time-limited aspect makes me just want to see how far I can go and how much I can get done with the time given, and knowing there are exclusive rewards to earn, even if I won't use them, and a leaderboard as well, give me something extra to strive towards. Very fun. Unfortunately, at the time of recording, it's over. But I'm eagerly awaiting the next one. And man, it cannot come fast enough. Holy shit, that was so much fun. This is the most fun I've had in a Battlefield game since Battlefield 4. Full stop. Battlefield, as a franchise, has always been the game that I play with my buddies where we yell and die a lot while fighting a tank, and boy howdy, that sure is shit present here. I haven't touched the campaign, and I really do not care for the Battle Royale RedSec. It's better than Warzone, but that's not a very hard thing to do, and I hate loadout-based Battle Royales, so not for me. But Gauntlet and Strike Point are super fucking cool twists in the classic Battlefield formula, and Sabotage is honestly a little stupid, but still a cool way to utilize the mechanics inherent to Battlefield. I think I prefer the Levolution destruction from 4 to the blow everything up way that 6 does it, but I cannot argue that it's not really cool seeing a building collapse in chunks and having to shift around the way we're playing to account for the new holes in walls, or seeing a team hold up in a building and going, oh, blow up that wall, get them the fuck out of there, and being able to assault them like that. That was like Gauntlet, and playing around with the destruction is really, really fucking fun. Shout out Sledgehammer and RPG on Engineer, the ultimate utility class for manipulating the map to your advantage. Very fucking fun. The map design is probably the weakest it's been for a bit. Granted, I didn't play very much of 2042 at launch, and I don't think I touched Battlefield 1 or whatever, I don't know, dude. But there's maybe 2 really big maps in 6, and most of them have tall buildings for snipers to parachute onto and not move all game. Like a surprising amount. It's really fucking frustrating, actually. What the hell is this shit? But they've been dropping new content like crazy, and that's a definite plus. I hate Black Belt Fields, but I think I like what little of Eastwood have gotten to play at the time of recording. There's a handful of post-launch weapons all obtainable for free as well. Very fucking cool. Unfortunately, EA is at the center of a major ethical concern for me, and that sours this all quite a bit. I'm not fully informed on it all, and I'm not that smart either, so for more information, just watch this video from Alana Pierce. I don't know how else to talk about this, and she's much more informed and intelligent and well-spoken about this information and what's come forth about the Saudi government and EA being purchased and all these different things. There are some good things, there are some bad things, but watch her video, it goes into it a lot more in detail, and it's incredibly, incredibly important. I'm just not, like, I wanted to acknowledge something that I'm not 100% comfortable with about this game, despite me praising it extensively, and I'm still figuring out how I'm feeling and if I'm even going to stop playing. I might stop playing this game because of that ethical concern. But for now, I'm having a lot of fucking fun. All that aside, however, this is the most fun Battlefield has been in years. I still think Battlefield 4 is a better game, but this is fantastic and full of Battlefield moments that I have missed. I would be grabbing capture for this video specifically and then lose myself while playing so often that I think I recorded like 14 hours of footage in total by complete accident. This is a damn fun video game. Alright, well, that's it. Thank you, everybody, for watching this year. I do appreciate y'all sticking around with me through simultaneously the best and worst it has ever been on this channel in terms of video performance. But we'll get more into that at the end of the year review. Thank you, everybody. If you had a game that I didn't list here that really spoke to you this year, like I said, it doesn't have to be from this year, but any game that really spoke to you or affected you or impacted you, where you were just playing a shitload of, I'd love to hear about it in those comments down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Y'all have a wonderful day.